Hello, so today we're going to play Discover My Body, a pretty weird indie horror game, I want to say. That's really creepy. Really love stuff like this. Is that psychical Boletitian flowering? The hell? Boletitian? And flowering. God, this is so creepy. So essentially it's like a weird mix of I want to say the fungi monster aspect of like The Last of Us maybe, but then also like recreational drugs, like it's a weird infection thing that turns them into fungi, but at the same time it's not like a scary threat. It's just something that's incredibly creepy in this short experience. But yeah, let's just play it and you'll see what I mean. So this is the guy's body. The guy who's speaking. Nice human body. Glad he's hiding his modesty. Oh, and what the hell is that on his right leg? Jesus Christ. Oh God, yep. So, I mean, it's a simple enough experience. You just sort of scan the body till you find these key spots. Again, just click on them, I think. A bone deep needle to my right shin. Jesus Christ. I like this though, like it. Could you classify it as transhumanism, I guess? Psychical organism. Its physical manifestation draws from a shared pool of all its denizens' traumas, fears and dreams. Traumas, fears, dreams. Jesus Christ. But it's like that thing in horror, where like part of the horror is the person becoming less than human, like body horror. because of whatever's happening to them. Like in The Fly, say, where he gradually becomes increasingly more fly-like. Aha, you've discovered my rotting bones. Jesus Christ. But it's like that whole thing that he's sort of enjoying it as well. Like, this is something, like in real life, like most people would expect everyone they meet to be against. But here we are with this guy who seems like he's enjoying it and he's getting pleasure out of it. And it just seems so wrong. Oh dear. Jesus. Are you getting any class credit for this, by the way? So I guess we go up here, yep. Okay. Wow, what the hell? It limits bodily and mental reactivity to meta-existential stimuli. Wow, that's a sentence. In not too many words, the flowering is an evolutionary aberration, one which requires some retooling of our formation of mental concepts. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this just screams body. I mean, it is body horror, obviously, but like it's so in keeping with like the canon of like body horror movies and stories in terms of how it's making me feel. Like it's just spot on. Like I'm thinking about Videodrome at the moment, which I know is a very different concept, or very different like intention, but it's that similar sort of mutation, like inhuman aberration. I want to use the word aberration because that's a good word, and they've used it already. Where what the character's becoming is just so inhuman and weird, but they seem to be enjoying the transformation, but we as the audience aren't, because we're still human and recognise how weird it is. Oh god. Sweet Jesus. So I think I mentioned The Last of Us at the start. This is when he sort of becomes like a weird fungi creature more, rather than just having his mother's fungi face growing out of his leg. Oh god. Oh, do I need to see this? Oh dear, look at this. You know, the thing I like the most about this is that the gameplay is so simple, but it's used to tell such a really disturbing and intriguing story, you know, like it's compelling. But the actual mechanics are so simple. Aha, you've discovered that my hands have fallen off. Oh god. Joking aside, this is pretty much to be expected. So, do we think he's becoming like a giant sentient fungi, or like what? Okay, so they're part of a collective of some kind. Look at this. It's basically sponge cake. Jesus. So this reminds me of System Shock 2 as well, and the weird transformations the people in that underwent. Because they slowly transformed into like either meat creatures, or they got implanted with worms that controlled them and slowly transformed their bodies, and slowly they either became part of a larger, like, giant meat creature essentially that was just a great big bruiser, or they transformed into sort of like floating brains, but they were aware and conscious during the process, which is so disturbing. Jesus, look at that. Okay. Yeah. So it's a sort of group consciousness. But what draws an individual to want to become part of that group consciousness? Interesting. Oh. Jesus, that was brilliant. I wish I understood like half of what was going on there, but like I loved the body horror, and just the concepts it explores or touches on, like the fact they seem to want to become the fungi, and it's in a sort of like would you say clinical environment? I mean, he seems to be like a med student or something, like watching the progress of the fungi transformation and like studying it just as part of a class, like as if it's a normal thing. But it's just so disturbing, so spot on brilliant as well. I think he's actually the developer's actually making a sequel as well, so we'll have to see how that turns out. I hope that was fun to watch though. That was Discover My Body.